Changing the handbrake cables on the rear of the Nissan Leaf. This actually applies to all models, even if they have the electric parking brake, because they still have cables, but you can't get them. But anyway, you can see from that first picture, I've already taken off the caliper and the rear brake discs, which have the drums built inside. Showing you here the springs that hold the handbrake shoes into position, and you can just see at the bottom of here the adjuster for the slack on the handbrake shoes. We'll come back to that. This is the other end of the adjuster with some more springs down at the bottom. You can fish for these and pull these out quite quickly. Here's a much better picture of the adjuster. You often have to back this off to get the brake discs off and then readjust it when you reassemble. So here with the new cables going in, there are these springs that need to be fitted. They're on the cable, so you have to make sure they go in underneath the shoes. The brake shoes themselves I'm changing on principle, because once you've got all this apart, the cost of these is so minor, along with the retaining springs and clips and so on. It's such a small cost, it would be false to keep them. Anyway, rear seat base comes out. It's held in with two spikes where these red things are. When you take off this central metal protector, you have to be careful with the electrical connections ringed underneath here. Make sure they don't get damaged. Once you've got it lifted up, you can see where the cables terminate in this three-way puller. So you just have to pop the cables out of the puller. Here are the old ones with the corroded ends which seize onto the cable, meaning that the handbrake cable drags. And then here it's already going back together. This is one of the new shoes going on with some of the springs, the retainers and the clips, showing how they all just spring back into place. Once you've got the cable attached down at the bottom, this is very, very straightforward. So you can run the cables, and then a little tip here, when you're refitting the rear seat, plug the seat belts in, and then you don't have to go fishing for them underneath. These are the spring clips that hold down the shoes each side. You can just fasten them with a screwdriver, push them into position, and it's all done.